but always hit the floor. I've spent a lifetime running, and I always get away. But with you I'm feeling something that makes me wanna stay. If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all. 'Cause the writing's on the wall. A million shards of glass that haunt me from my past. As the stars begin to gather and the light begins to fade, when all hope begins to shatter, know that I won't be afraid. If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocated. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all. 'Cause the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is lover.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? What's up, Lisa, Ken, my 3 supporters? Thank you very much. I appreciate you all being here. So, I got a message tonight that I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it. I'm not going to do a 30-minute prelude of talking about who has wrenches and who doesn't have wrenches. So, I do apologize for that. I know that that's the custom around here in these parts, but anyways, we're going to get right into it. So somebody messaged me and said Ray was doing a live and dragging me. I honestly was shocked. I was more curious than anything as to why I was being dragged. My last interaction, or the last time I saw Ray, was when he and I went and did that catch after I got canceled off the Florida trip. And Ray and I had spoke in person, face to face. I drove to his house primarily to talk to him in person about it and to maybe get a catch with him. And man to man, we had worked out our differences with the whole Florida trip. I've said multiple times how it was wrong of me to record the call and put it out there. I mean, this is stuff over a year ago, and and at the same time, I had also talked out with Ray about how I felt hurt about getting kicked off of the trip after being invited to go on the trip in the first place and coming all the way down to Florida and then not being able to be a part of it. We worked that out between each other. I left, and then shit blew up with the whole Ed CP thing. Ray disappeared from the community, and I haven't talked to him in between now and then. I haven't seen him. I thought he just vanished. It's kind of news to me tonight that he would be dragging me because I thought he and I were good. Ray and I have never been like super close, and I thought everybody already knew that. I feel like I'm still missing something, but I've never doxed Ray. I've never told people where he lived. I've never told people what company he works for, not even in private with anyone. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, what did I do to Ray to get drugged tonight? I've done a lot of shitty things to a lot of people. I mean, I don't think I've ever crossed the line in shitty things like how other people have done in this community. But I get it, I'm selfish and stuff, but I still can't really see what exactly it was that warranted a dragging stream about me over a year later. But then after thinking about it, I was like, does it really matter? Do I really care? I'm not really around in the community all that much anymore anyways. The only time I end up being around is when people bring up old stuff that I've done or said in the past, and I'm either addressing it or whatever. Occasionally I pop into a chat. I'm not even really around anymore. And now I'm not going to sit here and act like I give a shit. I get it. I'm not a perfect person, and people hate me. A lot of people that hate me, I've never even interacted with before, but that's just how it is on the internet. After almost 3 years of being on the internet and doing this stuff, I come to realize that, like, what's the point in trying to make people like you that you've never even met or interacted with? And after seeing Ray's stream and the people saying the things about me, I don't feel any differently now than I did before he went live tonight. That's for sure. And I'll continue being a complete scumbag and piece of shit in everybody's eyes. That's fine. I don't care. This is the internet. Grow up. I'm not even really on YouTube that much anymore. That's the other thing. Like, I got a growing amount of supporters on a whole nother platform that most of them aren't even from this community, on the same Facebook account that I've had now for like 8 years. That support catching, and it's all about catching. That's all I ever really wanted. You know, I'd never have to worry about posting a catch and no one seeing it. I just have YouTube to have YouTube. I enjoy some of the people that are here. Everyone that always shows up whenever I go live, even for a dumb baseball stream. Like Lisa, Journey World, Ben, Godzilla, Kim, Becky. I mean, YouTube's still worth having for me, I'd say, because like those handful of people. Oh, and Bryden. I'm sure I forgot to mention a couple people. But it's not worth like going at other people. Like I think people forget, like I was completely doxxed. My family was harassed for a year from a very small group of people. And I was dealing with a lot of that. And in the midst of having to deal with all of that, during a lot of the times that, yeah, did I say some dumb shit over the last 2 years? Of course I did. Did I do a lot of dumb things and make a lot of bad decisions? Absolutely. Was I also going through a lot of shit in the last couple of years? In this community specifically? For sure. You want to know how I changed it and fixed it? I left this part of the community. I hardly go live and do panels anymore. All right, so go ahead and comment and tell me, elaborate on shitty behavior that you think it is that I did. And also, if you want to come in under your main account, just tell me which one you are that I have banned, and I'll unban you so you can come in under your main account. I feel like if you're going to call somebody out on the internet, at least do it, you know, with some cojones. And I'm probably not going to give a shit about what you have to say, because I really don't care. I'm just genuinely curious. Who's behind this account? Is it Great White Knuckler? Did I guess right? Because I'll unban you from your main account if you want to talk under that. But what exactly is it that I've actually done to somebody in this community that was so detrimental to my character and their character, besides releasing the phone call with Sam or sharing Sam's information with PHI behind the scenes? Besides that, what exactly is it that I've done to anybody in this community? I'm just curious. It was a lucky guess. Lying, asking for money, lying about what it's. Well, okay, so elaborate. What did I lie about asking for money, and what exactly did I use said money for that would have made it a lie? Go ahead. Like, what is it? Because I actually, anytime people send cash apps or whatever to me, I actually post that I don't get a lot of donations. I post every time I get a cash app. And then I actually show receipts. Like, it's kind of funny. I showed like all my gas receipts, and it ended up totaling way more than I received in donations. But what was it that I asked for money for, and then I lied about using it for something else? No. Give me an example. Be more specific. You can't just say, yeah, you can't just say fucking everything. You lie and spend so like what though? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is whenever I get dragged, it's always like a very vague thing I get dragged for. No one actually has or knows why they're mad at me specifically. What specifically did I ever ask for money for, but then went and spend it on something else? And my second thing is, how did you know that I went and spent it on something else? One time you magically got a new Flight Sim joystick. It was a gift from one of my subscribers on YouTube back at that time. I'm sure you all remember him. Another Day. He bought it for my birthday. And my mom bought me an Xbox for my birthday. So no donations were used for that. Do you have anything else? No, you can. That's the thing. If you're accusing, just like in the court of law, it's up to the state to prove that somebody's guilty. So you came in here, you're not banned. I'm letting you comment. You're throwing wild accusations out there like you're Nancy Grace, and I'm asking you for specifics and you can't give them to me, and now you're saying you can't prove a negative. There's zero reasons for asking for as much money as you do. I can tell you this much: I've never received as much money in doing what I do as Alex has and as Tommy has, and I definitely haven't asked for as much money as the both of them. I don't see you in their chats, so why me? I'm broke all the time. Or, well, I used to be broke. I'm not broke anymore, but like all the money I've received for predator catching has gone into catches. I mean, I can show you video after video of my catches if you'd like, and conviction after conviction, especially the last year. If you'd like, I can show those receipts. I'd say even say I only got 2 convictions. People donated for me to be able to go get those. I'd say like that was money well spent on those people if they had it to give for me to go and use. Okay, did you read what the GoFundMe was for? Not broke anymore, but you just, I mean, I'm not rich either, but I'm also not completely broke. Like I have income right now. But are you going to elaborate as to what the GoFundMe is actually for? Or are you just going to say I did a GoFundMe like as if I was doing it for myself? That's another thing too. I didn't really do anything on YouTube with it because I don't really do too much predator catching stuff on YouTube. I don't really let's just put it this way. The people that I positively interact with on this platform are on my Facebook, and I interact with them over there usually when it comes to actual predator catching. But no, that's actually not true. And it's clear you didn't go and read what the GoFundMe was for. It would make sense that I am asking for donations. So remember how everybody's mad at me for calling out bad DAs and bad police departments because they don't take the cases? And, you know, for the last 2 years, people kept saying, well, why don't you go and take it up with the state legislators that can actually make a change, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's what the GoFundMe's for. I'm raising money from the people that live inside a state that has horrible laws, including bail reform. Every single one of my catches, the predators end up getting released and set free because of bail reform. It's a problem. And the only way that we're going to change it is if we do a movement and a campaign, get over 500,000 signatures statewide at least, to get us in a meeting with some of the state representatives and voice what is wrong with the system and see what ways that we can change it. Like, I don't understand how you could be upset about somebody trying to push for that. And I think there's one thing that people can't take away from me in all this. I've been passionate with predator catching through thick and thin since I started this almost 3 years ago. Like, I've been consistent on that. I've even continued catching when I lost all of my YouTube channels. When I was monetized, I still stuck with it. I figured out other ways to get by during those times so I can continue doing catching. And now, I don't know, the last 6 months, I've racked up 7 convictions, which is pretty good. All my cases that have been successfully prosecuted ended in a conviction. I decided I want to do more for the movement. I want to try and go out there and see if I can't rally up people that live in a horrible state. I mean, not a horrible state, but you know what I mean? Like, horrible in the sense of treating predators with more rights than the actual victims and trying to get change. I have a platform, whether you like it or not, on Facebook. I have a lot of people that follow me, support me. Okay, again, you didn't read the petition, and yes, you do. For something that large, if you're trying to get 500,000 signatures for a petition, it costs money. Why do you think politicians ask for campaign donations to go and spread the word that they're even running for office? Like, I only have 7,000 people on my Facebook, and it would be very difficult to get all 7,000 people to sign a petition. And it's not even that. I maybe only have like 2,500 people on my Facebook from New York. It has to be people that live in New York. So, yes, it's going to cost money to go get TV ads to post 30-second commercials or 15-second commercials asking people to go check out the website with all the information and sign the petition. Also, not just that, going and doing speaking events. That's what I'm trying to say right now. If you want to go read the petition, I mean, not the petition, the GoFundMe, I list everything out that the money's being used for. And the reason I'm using the GoFundMe and not my Cash App is because I don't want to mix the two. So that way, 100% of what's in the GoFundMe is being spent on things to help make change and change laws in New York State. Like, I actually need the laws changed in New York to do what I do here. Okay, so what are some other ideas besides the 1 penny challenge that I've said that I was going to do that I didn't do? Like actual, genuine, serious ideas, not dumb little tiny off the cuff type ideas. I'm talking about like actual serious ideas, because I can think of one. 3 years ago, I decided to go out and catch predators and I continued doing that for 3 years. I just had a catch 4 days ago. And not every time I have a big idea, I ask for money. That's not true. That's an untrue statement. I'm just telling you what's untrue and what's not. Obviously, I'm trying to involve an entire state of community members, parents, past victims, to help contribute to getting laws changed to give children here in the state a fighting chance against how bad the predators are in this day and age. One of those laws is bail reform. Do you know that I have some politicians and district attorneys already behind me? Or did you not know that? Do you not know that I already have a couple of press conferences coming up in the next couple of weeks with a couple of politicians to talk about this movement that I'm campaigning? Or is this entire idea just not going to happen? I don't know, man. The funny thing too is you probably don't even live in New York, and you haven't donated to the GoFundMe because it's still zero. I just created it late yesterday afternoon too. It takes a while to accumulate money and to get the word out there. Actually, that's a perfect example as to why I need to advertise it. You know, I posted it on my Facebook, and only a handful of people have seen it up to this point. So it costs money to get it out there. Okay, so the Batmobile was a troll. We weren't actually genuinely serious about that. Obviously, at the time Nathaniel and I were trolling. The pilot thing, I'm still interested in doing that at some point in my life once I'm financially able to do it. Like, you wanted money for a camper. You do it all the time. Okay, and I'm saving money for a camper. Did you see me do a GoFundMe this week for a camper, or post my Cash App asking people to donate for me to get a camper or something? Like, I don't know. I'm putting my own money aside for that. You're talking about things that take time to save up for, but I've accomplished predator catching. I have over 236 catches now in 2.5 years where I'm my own decoy. I mean, I've accomplished that with convictions. The majority of my cases, they were arrested and charged, and I have a lot of convictions now. Like, I mean, you can't say That's the entire thing that I've been doing for the last 2 years. 2.5 years. November will be 3. But hey, I mean, like, shout out to you, dude. Like, you seem to know way more about me than I know about myself. So, I mean, um, I wish I had that kind of inside edge on myself. Maybe I wouldn't piss off so many people. Ben said, I got lots of respect for you, Kim. It's easy for others to judge you, but you follow through. Thank you, Ben. I mean, I don't follow through all the time. I'll give him that. But, like, I'm genuinely, the things that I'm actually genuinely passionate about, I put out there and I wear my heart on the sleeve with it. And I follow through on those things. The things that actually matter to me, I do follow through with. And the point I was trying to make was the predator catching is what matters to me. And I have stuck through it through some of the worst moments of my life in the last 3 years that I've gone through. And I still stuck with it. Why? Because I'm passionate about it. I don't make money doing predator catching at all. That's why I had to go figure out other means to make income. But, like, especially with, like, my new project, like, it's been an idea that I kept to myself for a while now. I just didn't really know how to go about getting in front of someone to change laws. And then I talked to a couple of politicians that are inside the political fields, and they said you have to raise a campaign and you have to do it as a movement. And then once you get a lot of people behind you standing up with you and they sign a petition, you'll be able to get the attention of the people you need to get the attention of. And if I don't at least try, then what am I actually doing here? I'm just going to continue catching predators that get arrested for 2 hours and then released on the streets and then get a slap on the wrist conviction because the laws in the state are terrible. Like, yeah, I guess I could go out and do my catches, post the videos, not even have to worry about them going to jail for a long time. But that's not why I do this. Like, I actually want to see them get prosecuted. No, that's not true. I got donations to go to Atlantic City multiple times. I went there and produced a shitload of catches every time that I've gone there. People have donated every time. And that's the thing too. I've only ever asked for donations when I actually needed them. And then the next day or that day, I'm out doing a catch every time. And I know Lisa will back me on that because she's been here since day one. Okay, again, you're going back to this, but specifically tell me what it is that I took money for that I didn't do. Like, specifically, what is it that someone gave me money for and then I just didn't go and do it? Because that's the first time that I'm hearing of this. Give me something specific where it never happened. And if you are going to give something specific, show receipts or prove it somehow, because you seem like you follow everything about me. You follow my Facebook, you follow me on YouTube. You've been a constant thorn in my fucking ass for the last 2.5 years. So you must have some kind of proof of a post I made and then me never, actually doing something about it. Lisa asked, did you donate? I, for one, don't mind that the money is used to help kids. That's the other thing, too. If somebody donated for me to go out and do a catch or go out the decoy to get catches, and I haven't really asked for that on YouTube in a long time. On Facebook, I post my cash out when I want to go out and decoy and do catches, but I always end up with a catch. But there's been times where people have donated. I've gone out, decoyed all fucking night long and ended up with no catches. But then within a few days, I ended up getting a catch, and that money was still used for that. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. I already listed them. No, you didn't, because I didn't get money for. All right. So here's my cons that you're talking about. Oh, you left out the vacuum thing. That's the only thing you didn't include in here. So I didn't get money for a Batmobile. I didn't get money for a pilot's license. You wanted money for a camper? No, I never actually posted anything for a camper. Um, what was that? Some other thing? Oh, the vacuum. That was a job I tried working for. No, 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 no. You're not gonna get off that easy. You must have some kind of screenshot of something or another. I'll be more than happy to prove it. Post your monthly statements and not screenshot of the day. Wait, what do you mean? Like my monthly total money in and out? I don't screenshot everything either. Like dude, I haven't even been like paying attention to none of this shit. It's always people texting me saying, "Oh, they're dragging you again." Um, so first of all, I have posted my Cash Apps. They're actually still on my Facebook. You can go look of when people have donated to me. I've posted them. And then I've also posted receipts as well as to what the money was spent on. You record every call and screenshot. I don't record every call. You got me confused with somebody else that records every phone call that he has. It's not me. I've only ever recorded a few calls that pertain to me, and I felt like I needed receipts in that situation. I don't recall. I don't record every call unless it's a predator. Those calls I do record. Yeah, no, it is. I'm just giving this great white knuckler, some shit back. I mean, it is what it is. But the other thing too is, have you donated anything to me at any point in time, great white knuckler? And if you did, can you tell me like which, on Cash App, PayPal, so I can go look and see and verify it? If you haven't, then I don't have to show you shit. I don't have to post nothing. I'm not on here right now asking for money from people. Lies. Okay, what did I lie about? Okay, well then why do you need to see my financials? You made an accusation. Let's back up here. You made an accusation that I asked for donations and then used the money on other things. I asked you to show proof, to which your response was, show your bank statements. No, that's not how this works. And plus, especially if you've not even donated a dime to me being a con artist, right? I don't have to show you anything. But if you're going to make accusations, be specific and be able to back it up. Like, you're just throwing it's like I have Nancy Grace in my chat, and you're like hoping that you throw things out there and it'll stick. No, I asked you for proof that I took money from someone and went and used the money on something completely other than predator catching. You're the one that made that accusation, and I'm asking you to back that up. I'm not showing months of my bank statements. I'm not showing people how much money I make each month in direct deposits from my job and my business. I'm not posting any of that for you. And I will say this, about 70% of what I make, whatever it is that I'm doing right now, and what I've done in the past, I put towards my gas for driving around and doing catching and decoying and equipment. Like, it has nothing to do with me. I know I'm innocent. That's the thing. You're the one making accusations claiming I'm guilty, so it's on you to show that kind of proof. I am innocent, and because I'm innocent, I'm not going to show people my fucking bank records. So what? So you can see how much money I make each month? Like, that is of no concern to you. I don't go live and grift every single day in a chit chat like other people do. I only post my Cash App when I absolutely need the extra help. I don't make a lot of money, but I make enough to cover what bills that I do have. And a little bit extra to spend each month on doing catching. What's up, Lewis? I haven't seen you in a minute. Anyways, I'm not going to ban you. You're just not showing any kind of proof or anything. I'm going to put you in timeout. You can go sit in timeout for 24 hours. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. That's not the point of this live. I've now asked for proof several times of anything, and you keep trying to get me to show my bank records because you actually don't have anything, or you can't back anything up, so you need me to show my bank records. Go ask fucking anybody else, any other catcher in this community to show their bank records and see what kind of response you get from them. Unless they're an actual 501c3 where they have to show it, I can guarantee you nobody in this community will show you their bank records. Not a single person. It's nobody's business. And you know what the cool thing is? This is America. People don't have to donate to a cause that they believe in. If people can't afford to donate, then they don't donate. I don't beg people for money. I make a simple post and say, hey, I need to get more decoy phones. Why do I need more decoy phones? Because I just turned over 3 cases in the last 2 weeks, and the police took my phones, and I want to continue decoying, and I can't afford to continue buying $30 phones every single time I have a catch. It's ridiculous. And I really don't give a fuck. I mean, here's the thing. I got 16 people in here on fucking YouTube right now, right? Anytime I go live about predator catching thing or even sharing old catches on Facebook, by 2 hours after, it's got over 1,000 views at the very least on a slow day. I got people that support the cause, support what I do, people that have followed me for the last 3 years, the same amount of time that people on YouTube have followed me. Well, actually, Warbot, what's more ridiculous about it is to accuse somebody of something or of doing something, which seems to happen a lot with me in this fucking YouTube community. Accusing them of something, saying they're guilty, that they did this, and then not have anything to back it up. And because they can't actually prove, because that would be a very easy thing for him to be able to prove, because I can guarantee you, with as much as I get drugged, I get drugged on things that I've done over a year ago now, apparently. That's what happened tonight, right? I'm pretty certain if there was ever a time that someone donated to me and there was actual factual proof that I went and spent the money. You got to remember, Great White first came in here trying to claim oh, you spent the money on a flight simulator controller and also an Xbox. No, that's not true at all. And actually, this is pretty recent, actually. I'd say in the last 4.5, 5 months, the good guy had a whole stream talking about my flight simulator controller that he was claiming that I just went and spent donation money on that day. And that was this year. I have live streams from back when I was at Gina's with the same flight simulator controller that I got at the same exact time I got the Xbox, which was on my birthday. My mom got me the Xbox, and a subscriber of mine wanted to actually gift me something for my birthday and asked me, what would you like me to get you that doesn't have to do with predator catching that you would actually use or want? And I told him, I was like, well, I'd like to get a flight simulator controller. That's why I picked an Xbox, because I want to do flight simulator. And that was actually a year way before. So people are just so off and just make things up and put it out there. Dude, I was getting accused of shit tonight on Rays that never even happened. It's crazy. Just because someone in chat one time says, oh, Cameron did this, or this is why Cameron did this. And then it turns into this whole thing where it's true and people say it like it's true. But it's fine. I didn't care enough to go in Ray's chat and, correct the record. Why? Because I really don't care what people say, or I don't care if anybody here likes me or not. I don't care. And I get trolled for, doing baseball streams. You all realize, like, I don't do baseball streams for the views. I just like to do a stream, and I have a couple of people that like watching them. Or I have somebody that will comment and watch them after they're live, and we talk baseball back and forth about the game that I just played. And it's kind of fun. It's nice to have something that's not fucking dark and depressing like predator catching. And I don't go out and drink alcohol. I don't go out and spend money. I can't tell you the last time I bought a t-shirt for myself, and I've had money to buy, clothes and stuff. The only thing that I've ever spent money on for myself is vape juice. Like, I mean, that's it. That's my only vice. And I've even slowed down on that. How many times have you guys heard me vape during this entire stream? I bet if you go back, you haven't heard me vape a single time. So my whole thing is this. It's like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do. If people don't like it, I don't care. Like, and I haven't been like around really either. That's the funny thing. It's like Ray wasted an entire dragging stream on me tonight when I'm not even like really relevant anymore on the YouTube community streets, like at all. There's so many other people he could have drugged tonight, and he picked me when I thought he and I, made up. Which is fine. I'm not going to sit here and turn and drag Ray because Ray drugged me. I wish him well. I hope he finds the best, in life with his business. I hope he's prosperous. He and I can agree to disagree on other things that pertain to my life, because I don't tell people enough of what's going on in my life anymore on the internet for anybody here to know what's going on in my life. Yeah, I had one job I lost that I actually really liked at first, but that's about the extent of what people know what's going on in my life. They don't know if I have a new job, or they don't know, if my business is doing well or not, because I stopped posting stuff on the internet. I don't even, even with my business, I don't even need to advertise that anymore, because I figured it out. I figured out a way to not have to do it on the internet. I mean, Ray tonight was talking about me, fighting him in some street thing or something. Like, bro, you couldn't pay me, for one. Two, he'd probably kick my ass. I'm not a fighter, I'll admit to that. That's why I do my catches in a particular way. And I know how to adapt. That's why I bring the police with me when I go on catches, because I feel safer if the cops are right there with me, and then the predators can't run away. I do it in my own way that I'm comfortable with doing it. And I'm not a fighter. I'm not going to fight anybody. I'm not pulling up to anybody's houses on fucking internet. If I were to pull up to anybody's houses, it would have been that one motherfucker from a year ago that was fucking with my family and shit. And I never even pulled up on him. So I just don't have any ambition on actually, fighting anybody. I get it, though. It's for entertainment purposes. I'm sure Ray said what he said because, it's entertaining to listen to, and that's what he's good at. I'm not good at that. I was hoping to talk to that dipshit that was grilling you because it was just ridiculous. Well, I mean, the comments are still there. They're in my StreamYard. I didn't ban him. I just timed him out for 24 hours because the guy literally was not putting any proof up. He just kept making accusations and was essentially steering the stream in a direction that I really don't feel the need to go down. So, will I keep this up? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. I'm sure plenty of people are recording it anyways. Sure, it'll be somewhere. But I'm not giving people what they want in this, so maybe they're not going to record it, or maybe they'll just delete it after. I'm not going to sit here and trash Ray. I'm not going to sit here and challenge Ray or whatever people think that I was going to come on here and do. I know my title says my response to Ray, and I'm responding to him, but I'm doing it in my own way. And here's the other thing too. People say I haven't learned over the last 3 years, and I'm still the same that I was when I first got to this community. I'm going to speak on myself. I'm going to speak up for myself on this one because nobody else is going to speak up for me. I don't need other people to talk on my behalf. I've done a lot of growing, and I've learned a lot of things. I still make a lot of mistakes, obviously, but 2 years ago, I probably would have went live while Ray was live and trashed him right back and went after him. Maybe it's because I just don't care anymore, or maybe it's just that I've done a lot of growing, and I'm only going to stress myself out about things that are important. People are going to say mean things about you, and it happens a lot to me, and you can't control it. So, like, why put yourself in a position to beat yourself up about it? Like, Ray painted the picture tonight that I live a very depressing life, and he has a wife to go home to, or whatever it is, and my life must be miserable because I don't have what he has. Well, okay, I mean, that's his opinion. That's cool. I actually am very content in my life. I have my own place that I stay at. I'm still renting an RV. It's my place. It's what I call home. I rent an office from a friend at night that I can use. Just because the internet is so bad where, I stay in the RV. And I keep to myself. Like I said, I don't go out. I don't party. I don't spend a lot of money on myself. I like staying in all the time unless I'm out decoying or doing catching or working. Because I save money that way. And I like doing my baseball streams. I don't do those for you people that hate on me for it. I do it for myself. And if I'm having fun doing it, then that's all that matters. Nothing else matters to me. It keeps me out of trouble. It keeps me, I'm not involved in the community drama anymore. The only times now that I am, it's because people bring it up or try and create some kind of drama around me, like tonight. Perfect example. I'm simply responding to it now because I don't want people to keep coming in my live chats being like, oh, did you see Ray's live? Did you see Ray's live? Like every day. I don't want to have to turn my chats off because that kind of defeats the purpose. I like giving people a place to come interact and say hello. And usually I get back to people. But moral of the story is I'm doing me. I'm happy and content in my life. For somebody to go live to drag somebody about something that happened over a year ago that was essentially resolved, not just over the internet, but in person, face to face, it was resolved. We didn't have to become best friends after that, and we certainly weren't. I didn't keep in touch with Ray after he left the community the last time, but I didn't have any ill will towards Ray, and I didn't have any bitterness. And for somebody to go live over a year later about something that's apparently ate them up to the point to go live about me tonight, it makes me kind of wonder if some of the things that person said tonight weren't a projection, because I'm fine. I'm comfortable. All right, Warbot, I appreciate it, dude. I'm content in my life. I feel good about who I'm becoming, that I'm becoming a better person, and I still get to do what I enjoy doing, which is predator catching for now. I don't know, maybe one day I'll wake up and I'll be so fucking tired of all this bullshit as just like a combination. And I'll fucking call it quits one day. I'm not doing this till I'm old. But one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to find a different thing that I want to do. And it's nobody's business what I do with my life. Like, especially people that don't even contribute or haven't contributed in a positive way. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about coming in my chats and being supportive or positive or leaving positive remarks or encouraging to do better. People that genuinely have the worst to say about me have always had the worst to say about me. They've never tried to be positive with me or rational in any kind of sense of the word. And reason behind that is, well, it took me a while to figure it out, but it's fucking internet. Like, nobody, I'm not here to make friends. Like, it, when I first started, yeah, I was like trying to make friends with people over the internet and stuff, but now I'm not here to be anybody's friends. I'm here to chill out. If I want to play some baseball, fine. And I'm here to post occasional catches on YouTube occasionally whenever I feel like it. If I want some attention, I'll go live. I'll talk to people. If I'm feeling lonely, I'll go live. I don't go and create a bunch of drama and shit whenever I need attention. Pretty certain the last couple of months, the only time that I've had to say anything anywhere was because somebody brought me up. Last thing was my job, like as if it was everybody's, like as if people had something to gain from me losing my job. Like, this place is fucking wild, dude. Like, I don't care. It sucked at the time, but I found something better. So, I mean, everything happens for a reason. So now I'm happy at, like, everything that went down in the last 2 months for me, I'm actually happy at it. Way happier. And I started feeling a little bit burnt out just doing the same type of catching. Like, especially my last catch that I just did. Warren McKee, the guy that I just fucking caught a second time. And then cops show up, and I know the drill. They don't get arrested right away. It has to go to grand jury. It sometimes could take a month before a grand jury hearing. And then later he'll get arrested and then may or may not stay in jail. Depends on what kind of mood the judge is in because of bail reform. It's not automatic. And after that catch, I just started feeling a little bit burnt out. Like, I feel like I'm spinning my wheels in a place that does work with me and take catches, and they're still not staying. Like, I just feel like I'm not doing enough, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So in order to jumpstart for my own motivation and all of this, I was like, I need to figure out another way to make a difference, still do catching, but figure out a way to be more of an impact on the cause as a whole. So that's what I came up with. I was like, all right, let's see if I can't get 500,000 signatures from people that live in New York. If we can get the word out to those people, I'm sure they'll sign a petition trying to change the laws. One of those laws I'd like to see changed here is forcing law enforcement, which I actually technically it's protected under the Constitution, but there's not a law for it. But there needs to be legislation making law enforcement to have to investigate cases, whether they want to or not. If I have evidence showing that a crime was committed, and I'm telling them that I have that evidence, and they're telling me they're not even going to look at it, that's a problem. What if the guy that I'm trying to catch or have caught has real child victims, but they'll never know about it because they're not looking into the case just simply because I'm a civilian and I'm not law enforcement? How many times do we hear that across every catcher? And as every single person that's done catching has heard that at least once or twice. That's one of the legislations I'd love to get, but I need a chance to talk to the representatives. I can't just go up to their office and knock on the door and say, hey, I need to talk to you. My name's Cameron. They'd be like, who the fuck are you? You do what? Oh, you catch pedophiles? Are you law enforcement? No. You're going to tell me to go fuck myself. Or not even talk to me. Probably just some secretary that says, oh, well, give me your information, and then we'll never call you back. But if I do it the right way, campaign it, make it a big deal about it, that we want change, and we want to talk to representatives, and I campaign it, then when I go to talk to the representatives, I can say, oh, I have 500,000 people standing behind me right now. We all want to have this conversation with you, and I'm representing this. That's how you get change. That's how you change laws if you can. Maybe I can't get the laws changed. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe say I get enough signatures to spark interest in a representative, and they do sit down with me. They sit down with me, a district attorney I've been working with, and we're talking to the state representative. And at the end of the conversation, they say, "No, we're not going to do anything like that, and this is why." You know, at least I can walk away and say I did the best I could do. I gave everything I had. I tried. I went out and hustled signatures in many different ways, and they're still not budging. But at least I can't blame myself for that. I feel like this is my movement. This is my cause. I've been doing this for almost 3 years. This is what I should be doing. It's more than anybody else's. Like anybody that said anything bad about me tonight, it's definitely more than what they're doing in terms of this cause, predator catching. But it's funny, when I start talking about things like this, the views go down a lot more. I was at 18, now I'm at 10. I'm not talking about Ray or anything to do with drama. It goes down. And that's fine. That's why I'm cool with only having 2 or 3 people in my streams whenever I go live on YouTube, because I know at least the people that are here that are commenting actually give a fuck. So I hate to burst everyone's bubble. I'm not intending on going back and forth with Ray. I've said what I said. I wish, Ray the best, and whatever resentment he has towards me, I hope he finds peace with that. I don't know what else to say. I know that I spent 2 months apologizing to Ray over a year ago, and I'm not going to sit here and apologize for the same things that I did over a year ago. I've changed a lot since then. That's all I can say. If Ray was expecting another apology out of me, he's looking in the wrong place. Maybe try and do a dragging stream on someone else. That's not me. And in fact, I'm actually, after a lot of time in the YouTube community and doing this, you don't owe anybody in this place a fucking apology. Not even Jeff. Jeff doesn't owe anybody a fucking apology. If people choose to go watch Jeff knowing what they're going to get the same fucking time, and it's the definition of insanity, then that's on them. Nobody owes anybody any kind of apologies in this fucking community. It's fucking trash. I'm talking about the YouTube side of things. And that's facts, because it's different elsewhere. It's positive elsewhere, and people are helpful elsewhere. Just here. And if people ever tried, bringing bullshit over there, I ban them. And guess what? When I ban somebody on Facebook, they can't even create a new account on the new device and come back in and see. Can't even see my page. And if they do, I just ban it. Anytime it shows me someone follows and it's a blank account, ban. I don't allow it. I want it to be all about predator catching or positive shit. I don't go on rampages about how shitty my life is on Facebook. Sorry. All right, I'm going to vape right now because I haven't vaped in an hour. Oh, yeah. There was one thing I wanted to address that Ray said. Ray said, oh, you tried borrowing my Mustang or wanted to drive my Mustang or something. I can't remember the specifics of that, to be honest, but I most certainly did ask if I could drive his Mustang just because it was a convertible and I thought it would be fun. And I thought he would be okay with it. He actually told me, yeah, sure. He actually told me, that's fine. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I just have to make sure something's working on it. Or something was wrong with it. And then he said, oh, there's something messed up with something on it and has to go to the shop, so it'll have to be after. And I was just like, oh, Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't. And then I never asked him again. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like he brought it up tonight, like it was a big deal to me. It wasn't. I had my own car. Like it would have been fun to go get a catch in the Mustang, and he would have been there with me, obviously. Yeah, I just thought it's just like the funny thing is when people are dragging me, specifically me, it's never something major, which I think there's a very small handful of people that actually genuinely don't like me. And the ones that are just trying to fit in and seem cool to those people that they're also friends with will just kind of go along with it. I don't think there's anyone besides like maybe 4 or 5 people in this community that actually hate my guts. Because I haven't done anything to really anyone. Most of the shit that I've done has been all self-harm towards myself. Like posting things about my job and getting fired, I didn't do shit to anybody in this community. That was all on me. And then I got drugged for a week on that. And it's still being brought up. And the irony is I never even posted or shared the video about my job on YouTube. That was somebody else that brought it from my Facebook into this YouTube community. That was somebody else. And then I was like responding to what people were saying because people had all the facts twisted. And at the time, I cared enough to share the actual facts. And then once I realized nobody was actually listening to me or realized that nobody actually really cares about the facts, it's just about being able to have something to drag me over, I was like, oh, yeah, no, then fuck it. I'm not going to keep explaining myself. That's just how it is. Like, nobody really hates me other than maybe a handful of people. And we know who those people are, obviously. But I always get drugged nonstop for shit that I've done either 6 months to a year ago, constantly, always bringing up old shit. Like the Spider-Man thing gets brought up so much now, it's crazy. I was like within my first 5 catches, and then I stopped with all that. And I moved on and got better at catching and took hints and learned from Alex, watching him and a couple other catchers out there, and tried to combine things that I liked to become a better catcher. Because there's no handbook, unfortunately, to go learn how to be a catcher. But you know, like the shit I get drug on constantly is just comical. Like, it's not even anything that matters to anybody. The only person that really has any kind of right to drag me nonstop and be pissed off at me is Sam. He is the only person that I really hurt here in this community. I'd say even a year later, he is the only person that has the rights to drag me nonstop and poke at me because I did do him wrong. I recorded a call and posted it on the internet. At the time, you know, exposing in my eyes what I thought the Florida trip was. That is the only person that I've actually genuinely did something to in this community and fucked with. Everything else has been making myself look like an idiot on the internet and getting drugged for it isn't something that you're getting drugged about. Like, I didn't turn into Jeff and go on a doxing rampage and started threatening putting everybody's information out there. You know, like, it's just, it's more comical to me at this point than anything else, and that's why I don't care, because I know I didn't do anything to the people that are shit talking. You know, a prime example. When I was being drugged on Locksmiths a couple weeks ago, Donnie Two Hands, somebody that I knew from before I did predator catching. I've worked with him in the past. We were friends for years. We've hung out at tons of kava bars together. I've taken him to baseball games with me when I had press credentials. Like, we've done shit together. We've known each other. And when somebody messages me that hey, your friend Donnie's saying some really bad things about you in the locksmith chat room, and I go and look, and I mean, like, there's being trolled, and then there's someone just saying really nasty things with the intent to uh, inflict emotional harm towards that person, or try and chime in with somebody that has consistently done that to me. Um, did I go live and bash him? Did I say anything about him on the internet? Did anybody even know that I just went and blocked him on everything? I blocked my friend that I knew before all this on everything because I realized, hey, he's not just trolling at this point. It's now a year later. I'm not even around. He doesn't even know that I'm around because I wasn't in chat or nothing. And he's saying these things about me when he doesn't think I'm watching. That's not a friend. And I realized it in that moment. I was like, I'm not even gonna. It's not worth my time to call him out about this because this is how he genuinely feels. So I went on my own. I blocked him on Facebook. I blocked him on. I texted him, said, "Hope you have a good life," and then I blocked him. So he went on Locksmiths or whoever's pan. I can't remember if it was Locksmith or not recently, in the last couple of days, and told everybody, "Oh, he blocked me." Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I did, and I'm not the one that put it out there. Um, don't be a shitty friend is the best that I can say. And I've been a shitty friend to people in the past, and I rightfully so was either excommunicated or blocked from those people. I did the same thing. And to have your best friend sit there and comment about how bad your teeth are or whatever. Yeah, I have really bad teeth. And you want to know what? It wasn't because of drugs or anything. My father's side of the family has bad genetics when it comes to teeth. My grandpa lost all of his teeth. His grandfather or his dad lost all of his teeth. My dad is a millionaire. He was able to reconstruct his mouth, so he has teeth. It's just bad genetics. I don't know, but then to get trolled about something you can't control. Obviously, I'm not a millionaire. I can't do anything about it. I'm not my dad. I don't have his money. Never will. Never want it. But like when people are starting to take, physical jabs at somebody because they don't really have anything of substance other than just idiotic things that person has said over a year ago, it just kind of gives a show like just people can just be nasty. So why give a fuck about it? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. I didn't lose sleep over it. I just wanted them out of my life. I was like, I'm not going to pretend to be friends with this person anymore. They're going to go and say some nasty shit like this. And he knew that too. That's the crazy thing. He knew it was something I couldn't control. So, I mean, there's a reason a lot of people don't hang around YouTube anymore. I can say that my experience of YouTube has not been great. Back when I was directly involved in everything and was everywhere and in everybody's chats and was around all the time, that was probably some of the most miserable times that I had in the last 3 years almost that I've been doing catching. Since I backed out of the YouTube community and just put my head down, started focusing doing catching and doing it on Facebook, I've been a lot happier. Even not being rich, and having a lot of money, I've still been genuinely content with myself. I don't have anything in my life right now that I feel ashamed of or feel bad for. People like to bring up my dog all the time. My dog's living her best life. I don't put her on the internet anymore. I did show her in my bed a few weeks ago on camera for a second, just because there were people in chat that I liked that I wanted to show her to, but I don't talk about her at all anymore because I just get trolled for it anyway. So nobody genuinely cares about my dog. except for a few people like Lisa. And Lisa actually met Valentina before. I'm sure people knew that or not, but yeah, my dog. And then you got other morons out there like Ryan, who will just make things up like, oh, Cam's dog gave me fleas. There was a time that Valentina wasn't living at that house in New York. And I actually think it was the time that Ryan was there. I think Valentina came and visited me there a few times, but she was at Jen's house during most of the time that Ryan was staying there with me. There's a skunk and a bunch of cats that live in the basement of that house that we were living in. And that's where all the fleas were coming from. My dog got fleas when I got her there, and she had 2 flea treatments, and it still couldn't kill all the fucking fleas. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But after I moved out of that place and moved into the RV, she hasn't had a single flea on her since I left that place. So the house, and because they allow stray cats to live in the fucking basements, and it's old wood floors, the fleas just come fucking through the floors. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. But Ryan's gonna go out and lie, say, oh, he doesn't take care of his dog. Bro, I take better care of my dog than I take care of myself. Nobody knows how I take care of my dog. I don't have a camera on me 24/7. My dog chills with me every night, too. Absolutely. I'd do anything in the world for my dog. Like, when I thought my dog was being taken from me, I literally drove over 1,000 miles and even though a hotel room where I was in Virginia doing catches, I was supposed to stay there for 3 more days. I dropped everything I had and drove over 1,000 miles to go get my dog because I actually care about my dog. Why did I leave my dog up there? Because I was doing a lot of bouncing around and going between Atlantic City and on a road trip catching, and I didn't think it was fair to her to have to go from hotel room to hotel room. So I left her on a farm with someone I thought I could trust so she would be happier. Instead of being selfish and forcing my dog to go on a road trip with me everywhere and essentially live out of a car. So I went and picked my dog up. Now my dog has a happy life, in case anybody was wondering. Well taken care of, healthy, and lives a normal life right now. Doesn't have to go a million places with me. But it's just crazy, some of the things that people make up about you, or will just exaggerate something that happened into fact about you. Like, that was just an example tonight with Ryan and the dog thing. And I think people will agree with me on this one. I've never claimed to be perfect. And in fact, I think I've always said that I fuck up more than I don't. And I've learned a lot from all of my mistakes that I've made. Made a lot of mistakes, and I've learned from a lot of them. For example, during the entire time I did catching, I didn't really have a legitimate job that I actually cared about until I found that one job, and then I was so excited I shared it on social media. So I didn't really have the experience yet to put it out there on the internet, and then when I lose the job or get fired, then people talk shit about it. Like, now I know not to ever post anything about any job that I have again on social media. When I've posted about a girl that I was dating and got trolled for it, never again talked about who I'm dating or who I'm with. Like, I do learn from my mistakes. Fighting with people on the internet over trivial bullshit, I learned from those. I don't do that shit anymore. I didn't come on here tonight and drag Ray and say a bunch of mean things about him and go through my Instagram messages and share our conversations with one another out here publicly, like, to prove certain things that he was saying might not be actually true. Not doing any of those because I don't need to. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. I'm never going to see Ray again in my entire life. Don't want to. Don't care. Not going to talk to him on here on the internet. He wants to continue to drag me, so be it. but I'm not going to give him the same kind of energy back. Because obviously, tonight was more about him, I think, than it was about me. Even though he was talking about me, it was more about him than it was about me. I don't even think Ray genuinely gives a shit about me. I don't think that that stream tonight had anything to really do with me. I'm just an easy person to drag and, stir the pot. It happens all the time in this community. Keep things private unless you really trust the person, and they should. Well, here's the thing with that. Like, there's certain people that I thought I could trust in the past that I've gotten burnt. So I don't even tell some of the people that I trust now everything. Unless they're in my life day to day. Like, I actually have friends now that are off the internet that know more about my business than anybody on the internet, not even people I'm close to on the internet, because I live day to day and I see people day to day. Or not day to day, but you know what I mean, like not off the internet in real life. But not even them. They don't even know everything. I mean, there is certain things that it's just no one's business, I do live a very public life. I do post a lot. I enjoy the attention I get on Facebook and on YouTube. I mean, it would be a lie to come on here and be like, oh, I don't enjoy getting attention. Everybody does, or most people do anyways. I do enjoy, and I prefer positive attention. And, I don't have a huge social life outside of the internet. I have a couple of friends, and I don't hang out with them all the time. So it's like, sometimes it's nice to go on some place and talk to some people. But then there's a limit to that. There's a line. And I've learned not to cross that line anymore. Which is why basically I've kept myself out of a lot of trouble that way. I mean, nobody really had anything new to say that I've done to somebody or something tonight other than me losing my job, which had nothing to do with anybody from the YouTube community. Like, it was all stuff that I did over a year ago. I wonder why that is. Maybe because I don't really give people anything to really troll me too much about anymore. I mean, shit, man, if I'm getting trolled for doing baseball streams, people are really having to look deep to find something to drag me over nowadays. It's funny. And then they say I'm playing. The only thing that pissed me off about the baseball stream comments is they're telling me that I'm playing on easy mode. No, I'm not. I'm playing on. I don't know how MLB The Show does it. It doesn't say easy, intermediate, or hard. It just, there's beginner, there's rookie, there's another one, can't remember. Then there's veteran, there's all-star, and then there's legend. You can change the settings for pitching and batting. You can change the settings for both. And what I did was, because I've tried playing it in legend, and it was god-awfully boring because it's damn near impossible to hit the ball at that level. So I did hitting at veteran level, and then I put pitching at legend. So I wanted to be able to have an easy, fun time relaxing doing the hitting, but I made the pitching a lot harder to counteract for the hitting being a little bit easier. But it's not on easy mode. I just play MLB The Show a lot, and I got really good at it, and I win a lot. Cam, we should hang out. You know where I live. I don't really remember exactly. I know you messaged me. I know you're not far, but I don't remember where exactly. But yeah, I'd be down wherever you are. Like, if I'm ever out that way. But yeah, man, that shit hurt. Like, I love baseball. No, dude, it would be so boring if I was playing in easy mode. I get like how people would think like I was playing in beginner or whatever. But I actually showed the difficulties sometimes on MLB The Show that I'm playing on. Like, I've showed it. Like, I don't like games that are crazy hard to where you're getting fucking stressed out while you're sitting there playing it. Like, what's the point in playing it if you're going to get stressed out? So I lowered the difficulties to where I still have fun and I still lose sometimes, but it's still somewhat challenging and it doesn't piss me off or frustrate me because I'm doing it to chill out. Like, it's supposed to be entertainment. But it's my thing. It's what I like to do. I don't get a lot of views on YouTube. Like I said, I think it's just one or two people, and there's definitely one person after every baseball stream I do. The next morning, I wake up to a comment under the video talking about because they watched it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I do it because I like interacting, even if it's just one person that I can talk baseball, not even actual baseball, like baseball in a game because I'm playing a whole damn season. It's fun to be able to talk about it with someone. But I will say when I do it on Facebook, I get 300-400 views on my baseball streams now, and I'm monetized, so I make money from it. Not a lot of money, but people send me stars during the stream, and also people view it, and then I make 20 cents maybe here or there per video. Shit adds up. I got a $12 check last month. Sorry, I got a $22 check last month on Facebook for just views. That was pretty cool. But Facebook, I can go into the baseball groups and share my live stream, and people actually, usually if I do it soon enough, an admin will see it, they'll approve it, and then people will sit in the groups and watch the baseball stream. So it's kind of fun, and people will come in the comments and we'll talk baseball while I'm playing. And another thing is I do it for myself. It's entertaining to me. And I'm going to continue to do it. I don't know why it bothers people so much. I'm not jumping up on everybody's panels trying to create drama. I'm not fucking with anyone. I'm not saying anything mean about anyone. I stick to myself, stay in my own lane. I'm on my little YouTube channel here now. It's my 4th channel that I've had since I've been predator catching. I've essentially given up on trying to build YouTube channels, so there it sits at 300 something subscribers. And people like to do a lot of talking on my name elsewhere, while I'm just here doing my own thing, not fucking with anyone. And I think the people that aren't intertwined with those people can obviously see that. Like, I haven't posted anything on my channel really about anybody or said anything other than tonight. This is my response to Ray. Felt like, if he felt the need to go live and drag me from over a year ago after we made amends in person and do that to me a year later, I felt like he deserved at least some sort of response from it. I don't think it was the response he was looking for. I think Ray was wanting that confrontation to, next time he goes live or jumps up on a panel, he has something that he can try and poke at me on. I'm not going to do that. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Mirage on easy setting now. Oh, dude, I actually think, isn't that on Game Pass? I think I saw Assassin's Creed on Game Pass. I've never played it before. I might give it a try. Ben, I just did the same thing with what's it called? Jedi Survivor. I already played the first Jedi game, and even the first time I did the same thing. I played the game twice. So, like, I played it on story mode first, which is basically super easy, just because I'm a Star Wars fan and the game is actually canon to Star Wars universe. So I wanted to enjoy the story more of the game while playing it. But then I went back after I beat the game and played it on the hardest setting. And I'm doing that this time. Like I beat the game, I'm taking a little bit of a break, and then in a couple months I'll come back to it and play it on the harder setting. Sometimes games like that, dude, you got to play it on easy the first time around. If you're there for more than just playing it. Another game I want to try too is Fallout. I've never played Fallout before. And I think they have those on Game Pass, actually. Well, I'm a big sports game person, and I know like sports is boring to a lot of people, especially video game or sports games if you're not playing it. So I get like the minor trolling I get for streaming baseball, but it doesn't really bother me because like I'm doing it for me. One of those things where I'm doing it for me, not anyone else. I don't care if I make 22 cents and change on Facebook for doing a baseball stream. That's 22 cents more than what I would have made if I didn't stream it and I would have been playing it anyways. Another thing too is I decoy throughout the day constantly. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always decoying. And you know, having the phone I'm using decoying on my lap while I'm sitting there playing baseball just makes decoying way more entertaining for myself. Because I can't sit there all day and just only be doing decoying. Like I need to distract myself sometimes with other activities. And it's very easy to play MLB The Show and decoy because in between plays or innings, I can look down at the phone and see what they said. And then, you know, even while I'm playing, I use voice text a lot so I can message them back. But no, every time people sees that I go live streaming baseball, they think like, oh, I'm just only sitting there doing baseball the whole time. It's kind of funny, but that Warren McKee catch that I got, bro, I was streaming the whole fucking afternoon doing baseball and night up until I went to go catch him. Like I caught him while it was football I was playing, not baseball. But people are going to be really bent out of shape once that college football game comes out. Because I'm going to be playing that all the time. I'm almost done with this baseball game in franchise mode. I'm on my last month of the season. And after the postseason, I'm switching over to I think it's called College Football 25. And I plan on playing that a lot. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, this guy's just only playing football. What the hell? He doesn't even play any exciting games. Dude, I'm going to be playing as the Seminoles. I'm going to be playing as the Florida Gators. Like, I'm talking like seasons. Like, I want to play as Michigan for a season. I want to play as the Seminoles. I want to play as Clemson for a season. The Gators, Alabama. Those are really the only teams I care about. With Assassin's Creed, I love the stories, but I'm not really a gamer at all, so I just make it easy. I've played every game in the series. Hell yeah, man. I'd say that's probably me too. I don't consider myself a gamer. A true gamer doesn't use consoles anyways. They are gaming on a computer. And they don't typically play sports games all the time. I would just say that I'm a sports game enthusiast, not a gamer. And I like to share the games with a handful of people on the internet. That's it. Definitely not trying to get famous from it. That's for sure. Gaming makes you happy. Keep gaming. I game also. I mean, I could be worse. I could be going live every night, drinking my ass off, getting so blacked out drunk on YouTube, and then the next morning people are having to tell me the mean things that I said and people that I doxed from the night before. And like, it could be worse. I could be one of those people, or you know, I could be going out to bars drinking and then try and get in my car and drive drunk home and get in trouble. Like, there's so many other more horrible things that I could be doing with my time, I guess. And I decide to decoy every night and play video games. That's it. And it costs me no money. I spend no money on myself to sit here and play baseball. Like, I'm not even, I used to have shows that I like to watch on Disney Plus and Netflix. Dude, I haven't had to pay for Disney Plus or Netflix in so long since I got the Xbox, because I just entertain myself for free that way. I used to spend like almost $50 a month just on like Hulu. I think it was Hulu, Paramount, Netflix, and Disney Plus. It was almost like $50 or a little over that. Now I just what do I watch now? Most of my shit I watch is just body cam videos and documentaries off of YouTube. And I have Roku TV, so I get free shit on there. Oh, actually, no, I have Pluto TV as well. That's also free. Bro, I don't know if anybody here has Roku. Pro tip: don't always just watch Roku TV. Download the Pluto app. It's free. And if you're if you're into nostalgia like myself, there's a lot of shows or categories on Pluto TV that will make you feel like you're back in the 90s. I swear to God. Like, especially if I put on Forensic Files right before I go to bed at night, bro, that show takes me back all the way to when I was a kid. And I'd be visiting my mom and fall asleep with the TV on. That was what was always on. And it's kind of weird because sometimes there will be an episode on from what I remember watching when I was a kid. Crazy. Pluto TV has a lot of old TV shows from like that time every night, and the only channel that I don't see on there that I wish they still had was Boomerang. If anybody knows where you can find Boomerang, which is like basically the old Cartoon Network, I'd like to find that out, where I can watch that. I'm talking like the old Tom and Jerry cartoons, Johnny Bravo, like all those. Like, I will always watch your flight sim streams, though. I did a Discovery flight in Houston. My next one will be in Sarasota. That is awesome, Ben. Yeah. Yeah, flight sim's good. I don't do it a lot anymore just because the internet is never good enough to, have a non-laggy stream. I think that's the main thing. Like, most of the time now I do flight sim on my own. Like, I don't go live for flight sim as much anymore. Shit, what time is it? It's 12:57. So I went live 30 minutes earlier than I thought I was going to do this stream, so I could leave myself some time to do another baseball stream before I go to bed. I don't have to be up early tomorrow. All right, well, anybody have any last words? I mean, the chat's pretty much been open all night. Anyone that came in it, I did give them an opportunity to say things, but I'm obviously not going to sit here and have to I'm not going to repeat myself, especially when I don't give a fuck to begin with. But I did give people an opportunity to come in and say their piece, but I'm about over it at this point. I'm back on AC Marriage now. Take it easy, Cam. Love you, buddy. Absolutely, Ben. I appreciate you being here, dude. You're always nice to everyone, man. That's a really awesome trait to have. People like you, Lala, Bill Evans, Vladimir, Journey, I'd say, Lisa, Bryden. No, it's nice to not let internet drama decide if you're gonna like somebody or not. Just be cordial and nice and kind to everybody. That's how I try to be. Which is why I'm not going to drag Ray tonight. I mean, I'm not going to drag him back. um, and the one thing is, I will never again put my significant other on the internet. Ever again. No one will ever hear her or his voice. I mean, for all you know, I could be dating a whole dude right now. Like, no one would know. I could be. Or it could be a girl. Or it could be a girl or a guy that dresses up as a girl. Like, no one knows. Like, I wouldn't put that. It wouldn't be a competition for me to come on here and be like, I have this awesome wife that I'm with, and your life sucks because you don't have what I have. Like, I would never do that to anyone. That is just like ridiculous. Like, how do people know if I don't have a girlfriend or have a girl? You know what I'm saying? Or a boyfriend or whatever. Like, how do people know? What if Sam and I were dating? You know, what if Sam and I just went and hooked up and Sam and I are a couple together? No one would know. We wouldn't put that out over the internet. You know, it's nobody's fucking business. So yes, I've learned a lot since I started coming here. So I'm getting ready to end this off. Anybody have any closing remarks they'd like to make in the comments? And what was I going to say? Well, I'm just going to continue doing me. I'm not going to bother anybody in this community. It's not my style. I don't really care if people talk bad about me. Do whatever. Do your worst. Got to put my head down, continue getting catches. I'm going to focus on this movement, this campaign that I'm trying to get started. And I'm going to focus on myself and being happy and content with myself and being at peace with myself and my dog. And if or if not, I have a significant other, like whatever's in my life at this time, like I'm going to focus on that. And if you guys don't follow me on Facebook already, I'll drop the link in the chat for you guys. And be sure to go follow me on Facebook. That's where I do all my live catches now. If you weren't following me, but you still want to follow my catches, you missed out on that live catch from the other night, which was actually a really awesome catch. It was the second time I caught this guy. I'm trying to get the link right now from the Facebook page. There it is. Drop it in chat. Jumped another 1,000 followers in the last month, which is cool. Or I'd say about a month and a half, because I just hit 6,000 recently, and now we're at 7.1K. So must be doing something right. I could be doing 100 things wrong right now, but as long as I'm doing one thing right, and that's predator catching, that's all I care about. But there's a link if anybody wants to follow Facebook. You don't have to friend request to follow because I have a professional account on there. Show what it looks like. This is the Facebook right here. It's the one with this profile picture and this cover photo. So. And Facebook's not a douche. They don't take catches down unless there's like nudity in it or fighting. They don't touch it. It's nice not getting your catches deleted. YouTube. It's kind of wild too, real quick. Like, the only catches I can share on YouTube are like probably the most boring catches that I have. They're the only ones that don't get flagged on YouTube. Boring catches. And they have to have the police in them. So nice not having to like live under YouTube's thumb anymore, dude. Not even just for the people in that community, but for like YouTube. I don't know, maybe that will be my next mission. Maybe I'll come on here and ask for donations and get people to donate for me to drive to California so I can go park outside of a YouTube facility parking lot and just talk about YouTube, and then I'll leave. And when I get done dealing with the state legislators of New York, maybe that'll be my next project. But anywho, I appreciate the ones that are here. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been fun. And as always, I will be doing a baseball stream again tonight. I know, God damn it, right? Fucking Cam and his goddamn baseball. Yes, I'm almost done with the season, so don't worry. Have no fear. Ray, I don't really have anything really to say to you other than I hope you live your best life and you do what you do that makes you happy, I guess. Like, if dragging me makes you feel better, then how about it? Other than that, I ain't got shit left to say, and I owe no one here any explanations. So like, I'm basically bounce the fuck out of here, and I feel exactly the same way than before this entire day started. You as well, Journey. You as well. Lisa, Bryden, I don't know if you all still in here watching. My haters, stay hating. I appreciate it. You guys always have encouraged me to do better with catching and get as many catches as I can just to shut you guys up. So I appreciate you guys as well. All right, ladies and gents, I hope you all have a great evening. Peace.
Look at her. It's going to take me a half
Not my
hour
problem.
to get
I
that
told
smile.
you to get her happy. I'm not doing this anymore. I did my job.
Hey baby, do you want to show me that again?
Every morning, millions of girls around the world wake up to a life of exploitation and abuse. One in 3 girls will become a child bride. "68 million girls are victims of child labor. $1.8 million children are exploited through the sex trade. We urgently need your help.
I've been here before, but always hit the floor. I've spent a lifetime running, and I always get away. But with you I'm feeling something that makes me wanna stay. If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all, 'cause the writing's on the wall. A million shards of glass that haunt me from my past. As the stars begin to gather and the light begins to fade, when all hope begins to shatter, know that I won't be afraid. If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocated. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all, 'cause the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocated. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all, 'cause the writing's on the wall.
dream. Life could be a dream. Do 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 shaboom. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open we'll meet again. Boom, ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Oh, whoa, whoa, bip, a bip, a rob, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'd be so fine. Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, then tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Boom, boom, boom. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, and tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Boom, boom, boom. Ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, whoa, bip, a bip, a rob, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Do, 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 shaboom.
Pues ahí se los encargo mucho.
All I've ever known, to always keep you close, holding on to hope. I'm heading towards you, glow. Give me strength. Give me strength. My love, I'm fighting to find you. Don't give up, don't give up. Soon I'll be beside you. All my faith to find my way to the light. All my strength to fight and open my eyes. Give me strength. Give me strength. My love, I'm fighting to find you. Don't give up, don't give up. Soon I'll be beside you. Find love in a hopeless time. Find hope in the hardest night. The darkest sky, the brightest shine.
find my way through the night, find your peace of mind. I won't leave you behind.
We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those three words are said too much and not enough. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. All that I am, all that I ever was, is feeling your perfect eyes. They're all I can see. I don't know where, confused about how it's well. Just know that these things will never change for us at all. Just know that these things will never change for
Cuando las serpientes evolucionaron, más rápido que muchos peces. Noten la diferencia entre una serpiente venenosa y otra que no lo es por las marcas que deja.
1970, 1970, 1970, 1970. Nací un día de junio del año 77, planeta Mercurio y el año de la serpiente. Signo patente tatuado y en mi frente que en el vientre de mi madre marcaba el paso siguiente. Nacer, llorar sin anestesia en la camilla. Mi padre solo dijo es Ana María. Sí sería el primer llanto que me probaría, que mandó las heridas y dándome la batería. Solía ser entonces como un libro abierto, pero leí la letra pequeña del texto. Como un arquitecto construyendo cada efecto. Correcto, incorrecto, se aprende todo al respecto. Saber que algunas personas quieren el daño. Subir peldaño toma tiempo, toma años. Con mi peluche mirando lo cotidiano, dibujos transformaban el invierno en gran verano. Papá me regaló bajo mi insistencia un juego que trataba de compartir la solvencia, pero en el patio que hicieron la competencia fue cuando sentí mi primera impotencia. 1970 y 1970 y 1970 1977 batería y la cabeza guitarra. La orquesta narra una tonada quebrada para la mirada de una niña que solo talla espada. Hormona disparada, sobrepobladas de información que cambian temporadas. Caminas encrucijada, cada cual en su morada preparaba la carnada. La sagrada diablada de mirada encabronada. Mi fila la verdad nunca buscó su silla. Mi búsqueda fue mero proceso de pura pila. Pupila de poeta que marcó nuestra saliva. En la cordillera que miraba la salida. La parada militar de paso monótono. Colores policromos, los uniformes de poco tono. De tono mi cuestionamiento, la voz y sonó, no. Mi primera rima que sonó y me enroló. Mi búsqueda no fue para mi cosa de escenario. Fue algo necesario y que marcaba ya mi fallo. Así que tú hablas más de lo necesario. Fue cuando entendí que todos quieren ser corsario. 1970 1970 1977 no me diga no, no lo presiento. Todo lo que cambia lo hará diferente en el año que nació la serpiente. 1970.
Drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Gonna take a long look at those tiggle bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them knockers. Gonna take a long look at those big ham hockers. Just squeeze them together while I play with my cocker. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them flappies. Make an old man happy. Smack 'em around. Just lay him on my lap and come on, let me use them on your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Gonna take a long look at those tiggle bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them knockers. Gonna take a long look at those big ham hockers. Just squeeze them together while I play with my cocker. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, bounce 'em up, smack 'em around, boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Gonna take a long look at those tiggle bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them knockers. Gonna take a long look at those big ham hockers. Just squeeze them together while I play with my cocker. Come on, let me get her at your boobs.